All right, it's Nick Atkin here on South China Morning Post, SCMP MMA in Hong Kong. And we got one of our own. We've got the Panther, Alain Ngalani. He is back in Hong Kong. He's just been to Florida. First of all, Alan, how's everything going, mate?
Uh, Really good, really good, awesome. I'm in a good place. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your Florida trip, because I saw you with Ong Sang, with Brandon Vera, some of the boys from Sanford MMA. So have you been doing a little training camp there?
Yes, I did a bit of training with them. Check out the Sanford MMA, which is a very popular gym because it just catered to professional fighter and professional athlete. And the standard, the level of training over there is one of the top in the world. So it was good to check out, my skill with, the skill set over there and the level. It's been a great experience, and I'm looking forward to going back there for some more training.
So did you reach out to those guys? Did you speak to Ong La and say, hey, will Henry Hooft and the coaches there, do they mind if I come and check it out?
I think they invited me. I think they're looking forward. They've been. They didn't even want to let me go. They didn't want to let me go to Hong Kong. They've been very nice and very welcoming, and they were very excited to have me there. And they didn't want to let me go back. So yeah, they're very excited to have me back there. Very soon. So yeah, it was good.
So did you go there after your fight with Thomas Narmo, or were you doing a little bit of a camp before that fight?
No, I've been there because One Championship also set up some filming. I was supposed to go there and do some filming with some of the guys, and with Brandon Vera and Alain Sang. So we had some work to do, filming some content, and we done that. And I also took advantage, since I was already in Florida, to do some training at the Sanford MMA. Yeah.
What was it like training with those guys? Because you have some of the best in the world, really, don't you? And I know that Brandon Vera told me when he went there, it opened his eyes. He felt, wow, I wish I went there when I was younger. Earlier in my career. What did you feel like sparring with some of these guys?
No, I think it's like he said, it's really eye opener, but it was expected. I mean, I was expecting that because they have like such a huge, variety of a fighter, really talented, whether on the ground or standing. So with so many professional athletes, obviously you can only profit from that as an athlete, and as a professional fighter, you can only benefit from that.
Yeah. Did you feel an improvement in yourself, even though you were only there for a small time?
No, you know what? I felt very excited. I felt like a kid who just saw some candies, in a candy shop. I felt like a kid in a candy shop. I was very excited. I just couldn't stop. I was very excited. I just wanted it all. I wanted all the smoke.
Well, you said you want to go back. Do you know maybe when you might go back? Do you have a rough idea?
I just go back. I'm gonna see how things are here, and I'm gonna plan to go back there. Yeah, I need to do some more training with them, and especially maybe before my next fight.
Yeah, I mean, how long are you're now back in Hong Kong? How long is the quarantine? The 21 days?
No, I got back beforehand, so I escaped the 21 days.
Oh yeah, they just changed it this week, right?
Exactly.
So what are you got just the 2 weeks, or is it 1 week? Okay, yeah. So yeah, when you get out of there, you're going to be back into the Impact gym?
When I get out, I'm going to be back to training, immediately back to training. I need to keep up the training so that I just want to be, I don't want to be far back, compared to the level of Sanford MMA. So I need to take what I learned from there and put it into practice and level up, keep the level.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about the fight, because we watched it. It was aired on last Friday, Battleground Part 2.
Yes.
Ended up in a no contest. I'll get to that in a minute, but I want to say you look very good. I thought you were controlling the fight. Did you feel better than you felt in a while? I thought, wow, the Panthers really putting on a show here.
Yeah, I felt really good. I felt in a good place. I felt very centered. I felt very composed. I felt like I was. I think I'm in the best shape, of my life right now at my age, physically and mentally.
The fight was stopped, wasn't it, because of a couple of shots
So
for the.
the first time he got a yellow card because two or three low blow. I mean, two or three hit on my groin, and then he got a yellow card. And I think towards the end of the second round, while he was on the floor and I was kicking him, I touched him also on the groin, and he didn't want to continue. So the fight stopped there.
What did they say to you? Did you think he could have continued?
Yeah, of course. I told you he could continue. I mean, he hit me 3 times in the groin, and I came back forward, and I carry on, right? So, and if he couldn't continue, if he was that hurt, they would have carried him out of the cage, right? He stood up, he walked out of the cage. If you stand up and you walk, you can continue. But anyway, there's no need to emphasize on that or to go into all of that. I know that there was no point. He was getting beaten up, and there was no way he could have done anything different. And in any case, he saved himself a lot of trouble, because if he would have gotten up from there, I would have knocked him out. I think I was done playing, and I was done cruising. I think I was ready to go for the knockout. Yeah, I was following the game plan, being very calm and very composed, not rushing, looking for a knockout. That wasn't the plan. The plan was for me to just pick him apart, blow by blow, step by step, and not rush anything. Pick him apart. And that was the deal. I was just picking him apart. I wasn't trying to knock him out. I wasn't trying to rush the fight. I was taking it easy. And at that point, when we reached that point where he was on the floor, I think when I was on the cage waiting for him to get up, there I already set my mind to, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out. So I was very excited waiting for him. I said, this is it. I'm gonna knock him out. And then he didn't come back, but he knew. Anyway, there's nothing else he could have done. He was done.
Yeah, like you said, you look very composed, very calm in there. Do you feel he was kicking you in the groin area intentionally as a way to slow you down a little bit to get some pause in the momentum?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go as far as saying that. I would say that perhaps it was. I would say that it was intentional. It was unintentional. That he didn't do it on purpose. But yeah, I would say that he didn't do it on purpose. But still, maybe he was panicking, and he just, because of panicking, he just kicked me there a few times.
Yeah, to me, it looked like it was unintentional.
And I didn't kick him on the ground when he was standing. I just kicked him on the ground when he's on the floor, and he moved in a way that I was kicking his legs, but he moved immediately, and my legs end up in his groin. But so it's different. But never mind. I would say that I was very composed. When he was kicking, I was blocking. I was very calm. So it was very difficult for him to put it together, because I was very calm and very composed, and I could see it coming. So punching, I could see it coming, so I could move my head and evade. Kicking, I could see it coming, and I could block. So it was very difficult.
How do you prepare for someone that tall as well? Do you have any sparring partners who
that was struggling was to manage to kick him, to give him a high kick him in the head. My plan was to, get it, knock him out with a high kick. I had the bet, and my bet was to get him, to knock him out with a high kick. So I was looking for that, and I couldn't get to his head because he was that tall. So I thought, I'm going to go with low kick. I'm going to damage him on the low with the low kick. And then when he's going to get tired there, I'm going to go with a high kick. So, and I was doing a good job to chopping down his leg. And he couldn't, his leg was, you could see that his leg was completely marked and completely bruised. And he was changing the stance because he couldn't keep his left foot forward anymore. And so he was struggling. So when you start to feel that, when you're in pain that way, you lose your mindset, you lose yourself, so you don't react anymore the way you should.
I mean, he's now going to fight on the Revolution card, September, against Buchecha. He's going to welcome Marcus Buchecha to One Championship. How do you think that fight's going to play out? Do you think Thomas Narmo could pose a threat, or do you think Buchecha will have too much class for him?
Buchecha is I think he work on the ground. He's jiu-jitsu, black belt, and he's known for being very good, very skilled, on the ground. So I think if his game plan is to take Narmo down and submit him, that could work. Unless Narmo strategize himself and find a way to utilize his height to his advantage, if he doesn't do that, he's going to be in trouble.
And now, just for you, what's the feeling afterwards? Is it frustration? Or, like you said, you were well on the way, or you thought you were on the way to getting the knockout. Instead, it's now a second no contest of your career. I'm sure you were thinking, all right, I'm going to get that win here, but now a little bit frustrated, or how does it feel?
I was frustrated. I think there was a little bit of a huge confusion when I was in the ring. I think we argue a bit with the referee and the judge. The referee assured me that I won the fight, and he told me, "Look, if he doesn't continue, you win the fight." And then the judge announced that it was a no contest. So I was very confused, and of course, not okay with the decision, but. Later on, I spoke to the big boss himself, and he was very satisfied with my performance, and he gave me the win bonus, and so it was very satisfying for me. And on the other side, I let it to the public, to my fans to judge. I received thousands of messages around the world. Everybody says that I'm the winner, so I'm the people champion. So if I'm the people champion, I don't mind. I'm okay with that.
The People's Champion. I like that. Well, when is the People's Champ back then? Do you have, can you tell us any rough date, any month, maybe we might see you again?
Well, I'm looking forward to be back there before the end of the year.
Okay. And are you going to call anyone out? I know that's not really your style, but is there any opponents you'd like to fight in the heavyweight division?
My style. I'm not trying to call anyone. I say that the division is really packed at the moment. We have a lot of talent. The heavyweight division is really filled. So I'm fighting probably before the end of the year, in the next couple of months or so, or 2 or 3 months. I'll be there again. I have my eyes on a few people, but I let the company decide.
Yeah, and what's your ultimate goal now in this division? Like you say, it's getting pretty stacked. Do you just want to be in there as much as you can now? I think you're 46 years old. What's the mission now for the rest of your career?
You know what? I feel very good. I'm 46 years old, but I feel like I'm 30 years old or something. I feel very good. I'm learning a lot. I'm having the best time of my life, doing what I do and loving what I do. You know what? I'm tempted to go for one more run. I feel good and I feel committed, so I'm going to go for one more run to the top. This time, seriously.
Okay, well, I can't wait to watch it. I appreciate you, Alain, for joining me today.
Thank you, man.
It's always a pleasure to speak to you. Yeah, and I hope this maybe filled a bit of time in the quarantine.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, all right. Thanks, mate. Yeah, see you soon. Cheers.
Bye.